Manson and the Medicine Show. We're Kennedy's guests tonight on Alternative Nation.
Marilyn Manson and Mr. Manson and is it Mr. Gacy or Ms. Gacy?
Either or, Pogo.
Pogo is fine with me. It's short, it's sweet. Speaking of short and sweet, teenage boys. Most of your fan base is a bunch of teenage boys. You like that? Where's the attraction? Sexual outlet?
No comment.
Big stage?
You like that kind of thing?
I don't have any opposition to that now. Now, you are in your work and in the press, you've been extremely anti-Christian. Now, and you also are an ordained minister in the Church of Satan. I believe Anton LaVey ordained you.
Mm-hmm.
And now, does that give you license to practice marriages and bar mitzvahs and things?
It does, if I want.
Yeah.
That's just one of my qualifications, I guess, with my Boy Scout badges and things.
Yeah, different badges, different.
Okay.
Pushed an old lady off a bridge.
Yeah.
like some religious home on fire. Now, how do you feel about other world religions, since you don't like Christianity? How do you feel about, like, Islam and Judaism and Buddhism?
There's good things in every religion. There's bad things in all of them. I just would like to be the person that's responsible for bringing an end to the age of Christianity.
Why is that?
I think for so long it's brainwashed so many people and made them so, I guess made them so angry because people are always feeling guilty for being themselves, and Christianity makes you feel guilty for, you know, just being a person.
Well, so does the environmental movement. It makes you feel, or PETA or something like that. I mean, they make you feel extremely guilty.
PETA.
PETA. People for the Ethical People. Yeah. Marsha Mason.
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I wish I had the answers. That's what I'm trying to find here. And we're going to check out a little more Oasis. Jewel is on the way. You like Jewel?
I don't know.
Have you seen her video? Have you heard her music? Have you been touched by the word of the Alaskan Queen?
Is she the girl that you were saying had a good bust line?
No, she's the girl that you were saying had a good bust line.
I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her.
You were the one that said, yeah, it's got a nice rack on it.
Just blame it on me. I'm the scapegoat for everyone's problems.
Come on now, Jerry.
Devil, come on.
You know, you make me out to be the bad guy.
I'm not saying you're the bad guy. I'm just simply
First you said that I was the one who dressed up in the costume at Iron Maiden concerts, like Eddie.
That was not me.
Then you said I was the guy who was giving Louis Largen an enema.
No one said anything about Louis Largen or
Then
Barium.
you said I was the one who got Matt Pinfield hooked on speed.
All right, we'll be back with Marilyn Manson. Jewel's on the way. Stay here. Who will save your soul? Here with Ouch. No, that's okay. With Marilyn Manson. And, yeah. So, are you a role model?
Sure.
For who?
For all those kids that you see walking around on the streets, looking like they shouldn't be.
Walking? The ones without legs?
Those ones too.
By the way, we were just kidding about any drug references, any barium enema references, any references to Iron Maiden.
Just any references in general. In fact, everything that I've said so far is a lie.
It's all,
and everything
it's
that
a falsehood.
I'm lying right now.
You know, our foundation is made of marshmallow and not concrete. But let's talk about the video a little bit.
All right.
That, seriously, it scared me really bad. And I watched it late at night, and I had to stay up till about 6 in the morning, bringing myself down, reading Ezra Pound.
Sorry.
No, what? Who was the director?
Dean Carr.
What is his background?
You mean like who he slept with?
Yeah. What is
I'm not sure about
past 5 jobs? Where has he lived? How long has he been there?
No, he's worked with Joel Peter Witkin, and he did some photographs for Tool and some other things.
Yeah.
He was a great photographer, and he hadn't done a lot of videos, but we liked his stuff.
I don't think it mattered. I think the video part was really beautiful. The concept was a little eerie. Now, what was that?
I think what we were trying to represent was...
Are you representing?
Not necessarily. Just multi-personality disorders, I think.
Yeah. Really? Paranoid schizophrenia? Whatnot?
I get in trouble because people always say, well, you know, when you're off stage, are you still Marilyn Manson or this? But it's just too many people, and I don't think you should have to be one person, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I think one person has many modes.
That's why I don't mind if you call me Jerry. I have a dog named Lydia, but I call her Walter because I want two dogs, but there's too much dog excrement to clean up, so I just condense it into one dog, but you just give them two names.
Yeah.
And it's not a big deal.
The two faces of Marilyn Manson, the two names of Walter and Lydia. All right, we'll be back, and on the way we have Freaks, The Cure, Robert Smith and Company with the 13th.
Robert Smith?
Yeah. No, I don't. No. What about him?
No, he's doing Iron Man also.
That man.
He's an Iron Man. All right, well, it's a big alumni show. Stay tuned.
The system.
Marilyn Manson and Madonna, how are you?
I think Everclear you were getting us mixed up with, but no, Antichrist Superstar is a record that I had written a couple years from now, and it's like a posthumous account of the rise and fall of my life and the world that I see. And what happened was a year ago or so, I'm going to have a vision of this record, so I went ahead and wrote it ahead of time, but it wasn't intended
That's
to be out
very
so
smart
much
planning. A lot of people don't realize that you can do that, but I think that's a very good idea. Always stay one step ahead of the game. You know, that doesn't make you a slave to the man or to Christianity. And how did it turn out? How will it turn out?
It's a lot different. You know, we just used a lot of different recording techniques than we have in the past. We used instruments.
Really? Not so much the keyboard and electronic?
No, we used micro cassette recorders, and we built this thing, Trent and I. It's a little bit smaller than this, but it's something that you get inside of, and it's like a sleep deprivation chamber. And we use it to try and astrally project ourselves. We've been reading a lot about that, and a lot of times it just ends up putting us in rehab.
Really? Now, have you built your own rehab center?
Actually, no.
Funeral home cum studio?
Rehab is for quitters.
Okay. I'll remember that. I'll write that down in my own little life instruction booklet that I'm writing for myself. Now, what about Wiggins' appearance on this album? You're being spoken to. Please answer.
He's not allowed to talk about Tony Wiggins anymore. What happened was Tony Wiggins...
he's been overexposed.
Yeah, he's becoming a sellout now.
Yeah.
He's so much exposure. Now, he's sang the acoustic version of Cake and Sodomy on the
Excellent.
album. And who he is, to catch everyone up, he's a bus driver. Right now, I think he's out with Boys to Men or something like that. But we had met him on the Danzig tour, and what happened was we'd wake up and he would make us, allegedly, because we don't promote drugs or alcohol, but if we did, he had made us get up every day and he would cut us and make us do all these things.
That's got to hurt because you have all those little cuts in your body.
Some of those are from Tony Wiggins. But what happened was we put him on our album because we wanted to immortalize him before he kills himself in musical groups such as Boys to Men. And he ended up getting in a fight with someone at the Interscope Records.
Oh, Jesus.
Because they didn't want him to be on the album. And he took this girl.
Is he on the album?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
But we had to take off one of the tracks. He did 2 tracks.
Okay.
But he ended up duct taping one of the Interscope reps.
I don't want to hear about it. All right, we'll be back with Marilyn Manson. On the way is duct tape. That's a primitive form of waxing, and it's not right. Heart Spark $sign is on the way. Stay here.
More.